we both know the weekend nights come around is when I feel like I'm safe and sound. Why does it have to be that way? Every single day I feel this way.
My heart froze, my shit ice cold, Trae Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads, pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys, put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze, bust you down in all the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trae Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trae Young.
Shit ice cold, Trae Young.
My heart froze, my shit ice cold, Trae Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads, pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys, put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze, bust you down in all the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trae Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trae Young.
Shit ice cold, Trae Young.
Yo, what's good, family? It's your boy Demar, man. Real quick, just want to do a quick afternoon chop up, man. Probably still gonna spin the block tonight for the 8 o'clock show. But just want to come in real quick, just get some thoughts off my chest, man. Listen. It appears evident that the Hawks are going to move on from Trae Young. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Gonna head to Simpson Road. Elliot say he going to Simpson Road, man. Listen, man. I posted a video, man, about the Hawks moving Trae Young, and I saw the homeboy. I forgot who it was. Homeboy, he said, "Demond, you crying," and it had some likes, right? And here's the thing, man. Okay, you could say I'm crying. You could say I'm complaining, because I am complaining. I am crying. I am upset. Why am I upset, complaining, and crying? It's because, let me tell you what I ask of this organization, man. And maybe somebody can inform me and let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong. I wish we could pick a plan and see the plan through. Since we have drafted, I won't even start at Trae Young. I'll go back since Danny Ferry. Shut up, Cujo. Oh, this nigga Cujo crazy, bro. Oh my God, Cujo wilding on me today, man. Wilding on your boy, man. Listen, man. Listen. I just would like for us to get up a direction and see it through. Okay. It's always some type of change that these dudes, they just have to dabble with things. And what upsets me what upsets me the most is that when they dabble, it never works out. It never works out. When they dabble, when the Hawks dabble, it never works out, man. And here's what's pissing me. Here's what's upsetting me, right? I would like to know, I think a majority of the fan base can agree we need a legit big man. Listen. No slight to Onyeka, bro. No slight to Onyeka, okay? I would tip my cap to Onyeka Okongwu. He be down there battling, working hard. But it's even like what Kuhn said, man. Like, bro, he too short. So he has to work extra hard to get in position, extra hard to get rebounds, right? But the downside is he's not a rim protector. You know what I'm saying? He's not a rim protector. And last night, he had CMB looking like an all-star last night. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Onyeka, though. Onyeka 3-ball. I can't front. His 3-point, the way he improved his 3-point shot is amazing. Dyson Daniels needs to go and study that. But let's look at the roster, man. Double O, too short to be your 5, right? Let me rephrase that. To be your starting 5. He could probably come in, back up, play the 5 with that 3-point shot, play the 4, right? But we don't have no rim protection. The KP experiment, man. Hey, you like that, Mike? Hey, I'm getting better at the pause game, baby. I know y'all be waiting for me to slip up. But and I don't want to take away nothing from Double O, man. He be down there. He down there working for the team, 3-point shot that he's developed is amazing. But man, we need rim protection. We give up a lot of points in the paint. My boy Cujo with the $5 super chat. Hey, I caught myself though, Cujo. I caught myself. I caught myself last night though. I hit myself with the pause. I caught myself though. What's up, Trinity? Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, man. The boy Quiz say, "Oh, was a power forward." I mean, I know, man. Here's my deal. Now I know people say that I'm up here, I be whining, I be complaining. Yeah, I do. I do be whining. I do be complaining. What? Because I want to win. I mean, I want to win. And if you've been a Hawks fan, hell, if you've been a Hawks fan just in this Trae Young era, you should be complaining too. Because now we're about to reset again. You're about to reset again. Trading Trae Young, building around Jalen Johnson. And obviously, the players that we currently have right now they're not working around Jalen, because we saw what happened last night. And bruh, we couldn't. We didn't even score 100 points. We didn't even score 100 points. We sure couldn't stop them from scoring last night. And I know what people love to say, man. And they love to say it's a bad matchup. When you tell me that it's a bad matchup, bro, you automatically telling me, oh, we supposed to lose. We're not better than this team. Instead of just say, don't say, no, listen. When you talking to me, when I'm talking to you about the Hawks, I don't want to hear the bad matchup. We either good or we're not. We either good or we're not. I don't want to hear, oh, they a bad matchup. Well, we ain't good. We're not good enough. Just say we're not good enough to beat this team. Let's stop playing around with the wordplay and keep it a book. Listen, okay, so I'm upset, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm upset. Let me drop the link. I'm gonna do an hour. We're gonna get off here. I'm gonna get off here at 12. So I'm gonna drop the link just in case somebody want to get their thoughts off. This is an interactive fan channel. I want to hear from the fans. Here's the link. If you want to come up, y'all know what time it is, man. Just make sure you got your camera on. What my boy Corvo say, man? What Joe say? Go read my last tweet, 25. You know what? You know what I was thinking, Joe? You know what I was thinking? I was like, my boy Joe done gave up on Trey. That's why he ain't do no intro song this year. Joe seen it. Joe's like, man, I ain't even gonna do an intro song for the Hawks. Joe said, I ain't finna do a song this year, Damon. I say, why? He say, I don't know who finna be on the team. Oh, man. So I can't make a song. I don't even know who's gonna be on the team. Oh man, yo, Joe. Hey, listen, we got to link up. I need a song, bro, and I need a song, right? And I need a song. It's gonna be titled. I need it to be titled "Play Hard, Get Better." Play hard, get better. It's gonna be the new intro song. Can you hook me up with that, my boy? Let me know, man. Let me know. What's up,
Demond, we gonna be just fine, dog.
This what millionaires do on their time? Just relaxing at the crib. I'm just at the crib. You know how I do, just lounging. What's good, my guy?
Just chilling. We're gonna be just fine, brother. I heard that. I've been doing a lot of research this morning, trying to find what I could figure out. And
hey, let me ask you something real quick before you go on.
Yeah.
As a season ticket holder, right?
Yeah.
Do they don't never send y'all like message or anything? Like if they do like a major move, like with a player like a Trae Young, they don't never.
They don't. They don't do nothing like that. They don't be trying to let nobody know what's going on. I did run into Ansi though. One time he was walking down the tunnel, and I was just praising him for his greatness. So he's cool. He cool dude. I'm an Ansi believer.
I heard he tall as heck.
Yeah, bro. He like 6'8", 6'7" or something, bro. He tall. So he at least 6'6".
Hey, so he probably ran up on Trey like this. Hey, little nigga, you What you say, little nigga? You getting traded, little nigga.
Dog, that's exactly what he said. So I know Trey is out of here regardless. But
hey, hold on, Mo. Hold on. I gotta say this because I forget. So you telling me right now that Ansi, my GM, is taller than Okongwu?
He if he's not taller than Okongwu, he around the same height.
Oh my God, the GM and the center the same height, bro.
He tall. I remember when I looked at him, I was looking up at him. So I know, and I'm 6'3". So I know he tall. But he tall.
Damn. GM
But
taller than the center. What's good, my guy? Hey, Trinity, if you want to come on, you gotta put your camera on, my boy.
we gonna be all right. I've been doing a lot of research this morning. Supposedly, Atlanta is trying to pair Jalen Johnson with another, because there's a team. They didn't disclose the team, but there's a team that's trying to get rid of, get off of their all. It's an all NBA player, so it's somebody who really, really, really good. And Atlanta's trying to pair Jalen Johnson with him.
Did they say a position?
They didn't say. They didn't say a position or they were trying to get the information with the sources. The guy was like, "Nah." It's one of them people who got an insider in Atlanta.
Yeah,
But they trying to get from this team the all NBA player. But the problem is they want our first round pick, the Pelicans pick, and they don't want Trae Young. So what happened was, I guess Atlanta leaked the Wizards wanting Trae Young, so it can put pressure on
the Wizards.
So it could put pressure on the team that they were trying to get the All NBA player from.
Oh, okay. So
yesterday when that report came out about the Wizards wanting Trae Young, because the Wizards was going to be the third team that acquired Trae Young in the trade for the All NBA player to come to Atlanta.
Listen,
but
man,
they not trying to budge. They want the Pelicans pick, and we like, nah, we don't want to give y'all the Pelicans pick. So we leaked that report.
I'm gonna say it right now. Do not trade for Anthony Davis, Auntie.
I don't think it's him. I don't think it's him,
bro. Now, let me say it just like this though. If this was 5 years ago, AD, okay. Not the AD we've been seeing now. Not the one with the Mavs. I don't want the Mavs AD. Okay. Because you saw how much money he owed, right?
Like 60 or 50 something 50,
like
60.
54 next year, then 60 after that, because the 61 is a player option. So he opted and he wanted an extension.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Yeah, nah.
Hey, Trinity, come on back up here, then, my boy. Come on through then. I ain't know it wouldn't work for you. Come on up here, then, Trinity.
In my opinion, I mean, we'll see what happens. I definitely think I don't think going on after February 5th, for one, I don't think Trae Young going to be on the team. But I think people keep thinking the only trades we're going to make is just this Trae Young thing. I think they're going to get either an all-star level talent or someone who can play alongside Jalen. They're not even going to wait to the offseason. I think they're going to get someone this time around.
Here's the thing that's confusing me, man, as we bring on the homeboy Darian, man. What's confusing me more, what I can't. Yeah, come through, Jay. Yeah, come on. Yeah, you can come up with our camera. Yeah, come on. I don't understand, like, what is the goal? So
Demond, you don't understand it because they don't understand it right now.
Like, you know what, more it'd be like this. Like, say they was trading Trae or whoever. Never mind, man. I can't even.
I just don't believe that.
I agree with you on. I mean, right now, to be honest, and y'all let me know if I'm tripping. After that report come out by Shams, I think you got to move him now.
Oh yeah, you got to.
Or there's no choice.
Or because I don't know, like, how would that affect the locker room? You know what I'm saying? So I would think it wouldn't really affect the players so much. I don't know, man. I was like, you come out with that announcement, but then Trae was in Toronto.
I was about to say, Demond, you think it won't affect the players, but you saw how they played. It obviously affected.
I think it affected the players because they played like they didn't want to be. Like it was like they just got some news and they were just down. Their energy wasn't the same. Like they came out flat. They still obviously put up some type of fight, but they're professionals. So, but I'm telling you, I trust Ansi. Like I don't trust wrestler. But I do trust Ansi.
I would love to know why they are moving on from Trey now. Like what is
Did you see that? Did you see Sam Amick on the FanDuel show where I told you where he was like, it's not Trey and his agents asking out. They're sugarcoating that when they say that they're working together. It's the Hawks front office pushing Trey out.
But that's what I'm trying to figure out. And I think I said this last night. I'm gonna say it again. Y'all tell me what y'all think. If you are the Hawks front office, right, and you want to move on from Trey, should you already known that before the season started? So that way you could make moves. Then, like, what was the advantage of holding on to Trey Young to the deadline instead of moving off of him last offseason? Why go acquire now? Once again, I'm just assuming this part. Why go acquire Nall, KP, Luke Kennard, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think Trey Son, he helped recruit Luke and Nall to come here. Why do all that if your goal is to move on from Trey Young? If you're the Hawks front, I don't understand that logic. And build around Jalen.
It's the money.
They don't. For one of those pieces, I don't think anyone knew could do what he's doing now.
I mean, that's a point.
So here's what I think. I think in the back of Ansi's mind, and I think maybe the organization knew too. I think they knew they were going to get off of Trey. I think it was part of it was like, let's see how this team works around them. But if you think about all the contracts they acquired over the offseason, you acquired 2 expiring contracts and Nah for only $15 million.
Man.
Right.
The Falcons restructured Kirk Cousins' contract.
So why go pay? So what's the point of going to get Luke
this nigga?
Man, Jay, we talking about the Hawks. If you don't get out of here with that nonsense. Man, Jay.
I'm sorry. I just seen that come across my screen.
So what's the point of
I think it was always a proving.
Like, I don't understand. Like, here's the thing. Usually
Luke didn't cost you nothing, DeMar.
Usually you could look at your team in an off season, see the moves, and say, okay, we're kind of trending toward a development season. We're kind of trending trying to win. Excuse me, you're trying to win a championship, or you're trying to win to make the playoffs. You can kind of tell. So what I assumed, right? I'm just assuming that the Hawks was saying, we're gonna get this one last legitimate run with Trey Young and see where we stand. Now, you get to this point, you see the record. Okay, the record not looking good. But then you look and say, does my projected starting 5 has not even played 60 minutes of basketball together on the season.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you know that what you're putting together wasn't going to work when you don't have a good sample size of the main guys playing together, right? You got to, the record is bad with Trey. You can't deny that. But then you look, bro, they only played a handful of minutes together, and you ready to give up on that. To me, it doesn't make sense. I would have sold on Trey this past offseason and made my commitment to build around Jalen Johnson this offseason that just passed. Am I off? What's good, Trinity?
Yeah, I mean, like, you sound smart, but the Hawks aren't smart. And remember, we were trying to figure out.
Trinity, you just called me stupid.
No. Yeah, like I said, that you sound smart. You sound smart, like you're wise what you're saying.
I thought you were trying to play me. Didn't it sound like you said I was stupid more? No,
the man said you dumb.
He said you sound smart.
Yeah, I'm like, don't you remember during the summer we were trying to figure out if like Ansi was gonna be our GM. Remember, we were bringing in like the dude from Toronto, he got fired and he was I can't think of his name. Masai. Yeah, you remember? Like, we were bringing him in, and we were bringing other candidates on who should the Hawks, bring in to fix our situation, and then we was like, F it, I guess Ansi, since he's doing everything, we might as well give it to him. And I'm like, that was the critical time when we needed to have a plan. But if you don't have no God to make the plan, you know what I'm saying? So we got stuck in a bad situation to start out with. And I think it was almost like a Hail Mary and was like, well, Trey, can you make connections? We're gonna try to put this this team together for you. I'm like, we're gonna trade for a guy that missed a whole season, and that's hella money from a mysterious medical condition that no one knows can fix, except for I guess rest in time. So we're gonna get him, and then we're gonna ask you to get, try to persuade try to persuade Luke, some other pieces to join this team to help you out. That was that should have been our telltale sign. Be like, we are really trying to fix our problems with a hope and a prayer. And I feel like Ansi knows what he wants to do, but I feel like everybody else, it's like the Hawks don't want to go all the way in, but they're trying to be tepid. They're trying to be like, oh, well, just in case. It's dang near like the Falcons game plan. Like, we're going to get two quarterbacks, one that's hurt or that's coming off an Achilles injury, but he was kind of low-key Pro Bowler, not, but he can't win no playoff games. And then we're going to draft a young fire gunslinger, but that nigga's always hurt. He's only had a year and a half of not being hurt since
Trinity, what's the move then? What's the move? What do you think the Hawks?
My thing
the Hawks move on from Trey. What's the move?
I think that we need to, if we are going to move, go all in, and that means that Trey. That means if we need to get a superstar, talented player that's better than Trey, then we're going to have to trade some picks with Trey. But if we're going to get a middling player like CJ McCollum, heck no. That's stupid.
Nah,
y'all, Ansi is playing.
I think both of you two are just looking at it the wrong way.
Yeah,
honestly. I think so. I think Plan A for the Hawks is really just simple. Plan A for the Hawks was to see if they could try and win and be a playoff team with Trey. That was Plan A. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they did not give him that contract, the whole thing was they walked into this season as we're gonna try to build this thing up and we'll see. Like we'll see what it is, right? But the timeline for what they needed to see to me was always the end of December. It was always the first quarter of the season because I was listening around. I was listening around the podcast before the season. It was like, man, if you were still a 500 team like you have always been, or below 500 team, no matter what, by the end of January, then you got to make moves.
But here's the thing.
And unfortunately for Trey, we never got to see it with him.
But it's not the end of January yet.
But Jay, here's the thing. Why?
No, but you don't have the luxury to wait till the end of January.
I mean, you don't. You do have the luxury.
No, you don't. You had the timeline was December because trades take weeks to happen.
But how can you go by a timeline when your starting five has played less than 45 minutes of basketball?
I mean, and look, that is the unfortunate part of what happened because Trey got hurt. But in that time when he got hurt, we all got on here and talked about this is the opportunity for the Hawks to evaluate the non-Trey Hawks and see if that is the direction that they want to go. And when they've seen it, like you can't trade Trey in the summer and you don't know what Jalen Johnson looks like.
What I've seen so far, it does not look good, bro.
I mean, I get you, but I mean, the numbers are the numbers.
My question to you, Jay, is this. What direction, and I don't know if I asked you this already, but Jay, what is the direction the Hawks are trying to move in, starting with moving off of Trae Young? What is the direction? Once they trade Trae, right, because we can all agree he's pretty much gone.
Yeah.
We play hard, get better for the rest of the year? So
it depends on what you're getting. But honestly, Demond, you kind of are going to be play hard, get better. And we talked about this on the 29th, right? On the 29th show, y'all can go back and look at those clips on what I was saying there. When you make the decision to move off of Trey, like where the Hawks were, that's why I said that was the moment I realized the Hawks should probably be looking to sell. And I think you do sell on Trey. I think you probably do try to get. I mean, even if KP and Luke Kennard expire for nothing, it doesn't matter. Their money comes off the books. But like the second half of the season, I told you that's where you need to be evaluating truly what do you have with Zachary Risache and Dyson Daniels. And
let me add this real
everybody
quick. Let
up
me add
to
this real quick,
Nikhil
Jay.
and
Let
Yeka
me
need
cut.
to be available.
Let me cut you off. Let me add this, and then we'll go tomorrow. What does that say about Quinn Snyder? What are we doing about the coach? We got the coach. We paying him $8 million, right? I'm sure when he came here, they didn't tell him we was gonna play hard, get better in year 3 of him coaching. So are we gonna move on from if you was in charge? Now let me switch it. What do you think the Hawks should do?
The Hawks should have
or run or
no. It's real simple for the Hawks, right? Everything but moving Jalen Johnson and the Pelicans pick should be on the table. Everything but that includes, do you let go of Quinn Snyder? That includes
might as well
at the end of the season, like man, everything should be on the table. That's why I say, man, the Hawks really have to see what they have with Zach, because if he doesn't show you, you have to make a decision on his 4th-year option by October, and if he doesn't show you he can push past being a 3-and-D player, then you got to move him to an offseason.
But you cannot listen. You cannot give up on the Zachary Risache after 2 years and the limitation that you know has been put on him as one of the executives in Atlanta. You know his rookie year he was on minutes restriction. You know this year he was on what 20-something.
But that's what the second half of the season is supposed to be for, Demond. You got to feature him in the second half of the season so you know what he is.
But you have a coach that's not going to do it.
Okay, but again, he's on the table. Everything the Hawks should be evaluating is on the table. Everybody is on the table.
But you have a coach that you know is not going to do that.
Bro, he is on the block too. Everything should be on the table. You need to be featuring Zach.
Here's the thing. If you're going to blow it up, because that's what Jay is saying.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you need to start really.
What you just said, bro.
No, I said you should be evaluating everything. Like you need to figure out what you have in these guys.
What I said, I asked you, what are we doing after we move on from Trey in the second half of the season?
Oh, okay, yeah, I did say play hard, get better. Yeah, but I think you can still be competitive.
If you're blowing it up, okay, you need why are you paying a coach $8 million? He don't need to be here.
He should be on the table to be removed.
He should be relieved of duty. You can do all this right now because basically you folded in, you throw it in hard for the season. You giving up already. So because obviously whatever plan you had at the beginning of the season isn't working. So you get rid of. I'm taking. Let me tell you something. Right, Trey. Dyson, because guess what? I might as well get off that $100 million if I can. If we starting over and I'm building around Jalen Johnson, I want to have a clean slate. I don't want more long money. Okay, yeah. Trey gone, Dyson gone. I
would tell you nobody that makes more money than Jalen Johnson should be on the roster next year. You should have no player making more money than Jalen Johnson.
Sure that I'm tracking, like basically play hard
going into offseason. Let me say
second half of the season. Okay.
Yeah, in the second half of the season, that's where you say, "Is Quinn my guy with this group?"
That's but no, you already know Quinn not your guy. You know Quinn not
your
guy.
You don't know. You don't know because Quinn is never really because Quinn is. Well, I'm hit or miss on Quinn, right? So my thing with Quinn is I'm not a fan of the other lineups he puts out there. Okay. You know how I feel, but at the end of the day, he's never truly been like. If you're telling Quinn that you can coach everybody but the star player, then you're telling him he can't coach.
Who told him that?
Wait, say that again.
I'm saying if you're saying the Hawks when they bought in Quinn Snyder, they did not tell they told him the pecking order. Like if you're not allowed to tell Trey that he has to give me effort on defense, like Demond, you talk about it. He coaches completely different. He coaches for real when Trey's not in the game. Like
Trey does
you're
get
you're
better.
basically saying he's not allowed to coach the team when Trey is here.
But
So
here's my thing, Jay. I said that 2 years ago.
right, but he's still you
And
have
they
to
still
see if
it goes
he's
back to
truly the
my
guy or
point,
not.
Jay.
But
It
even when
goes
Trey,
back
even when
All I'm
Trey's not
saying is I
there, they
don't
still
see the
put up
Hawks
120.
firing Quinn Snyder in the middle of the season. I think that's a decision
okay,
you wait till
so
the end
but
of the
we
season
can
on.
agree. Can
Yeah,
we agree, Jay, that
he should be evaluated to
probably
be
should
gone.
be moved off at the end of the season since we're gonna be play hard, get better next year too.
I don't think you're gonna be
I
play
don't know
hard,
what
get better
free
next
agent they
year.
finna get. That's gonna they
I don't-
compare with Jalen. That's gonna take us from whatever we doing now and turn us into some contending or amazing team. Because I think Matt read off the free agent list last night. It ain't no game changers in free agency.
No, but I told
I'm
Matt
assuming
when
if
you
you
get
gonna
off
play
of
hard,
Trey's contract, though, you'll have
and you know what, Jay?
flexibility
And
to
then I'm gonna
take
go to
more
more.
money.
My bad. I know I'm talking a lot.
My
This
bad,
what popped in
Demond.
my head, Jay. You know what popped in my head?
What's up?
Play hard, get better for the second half of the season, right? You gonna play hard, get better next year too, because I forgot we gonna have another lottery pick on the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. But you'll also have flexibility to take on salary via trade. I told Matt,
But I'm
your free
saying,
agency is
I'm
trades.
saying
That is the Hawks
gonna
free
blow it
agency.
up, if the Hawks blow it up, and let me know if I sound crazy. If you blow it up now, play hard, get better. Second half of the season, you featuring Zachary Richardson, and you're seeing Jalen do his thing, right?
Right.
And you get to the draft. Say the pick is a top 5 pick. He has to play and develop. So you have to play hard, get better. So, because I'm just assuming this part. Whoever you draft next year, if that pick is top 5, Lord, don't let it be top 3. They going to play.
Yeah, exactly. But if it's like number one, that's why you need to know what you have in Zach. Because if it's number one, bro, you can get AJ.
That's why I said next year it's gonna be play hard, get better. Because you really gonna have to invest time in a guy. I'm saying that even if you picking top 5, you still gonna have to invest time and effort in that guy, unlike you did Zachary Richardson his rookie year. What's good more than we'll go to Tank.
So I want to first address the offseason idea behind what the Hawks kind of did. I agree with Jay as far as like trying to see what you guys have. But in all the moves that were made, Ansi obviously created a situation where he has an out. Because again, he brought in, although yeah, we talk about Mr. Potts over here. He brought in players that he knew their contracts were expiring.
Right.
As well as a really cheap deal in the Kill. They worked out a really good deal. The only deal that we still don't really like per se is the Dyson Daniels deal, because Dyson's not performing how we thought he was going to perform
on the offensive end.
Yeah, but I think after this trade deadlines, how I feel is they're gonna be able to pair Jalen with another all NBA type talent. I think that's what's going to happen. So when we say talking about, play hard, get better, I think the organization knows that the team we have now isn't really gonna win outside of maybe some regular season games and maybe get to the playoffs and get bounced in the first round. Like, I think they're smart enough to know that.
Well, you know what's crazy more? When the last time we made it to the first round of the playoff?
2022.
That's an improvement.
No, I agree.
From what we did the past 3 years.
But I'm saying, we keep talking like as though this is the roster that's going to be it. Like, Ansi and them are watching games and they're seeing the games that we're losing, and they're like, if we just had this player, we could have been over or beat this team.
Oh, you had a center that could, that was 7 feet.
That too. But I think in the offseason, they were definitely like, all right, Trey, we're just gonna see what we got. But 7 years was a good enough sample size, and I guess even the past 4 years or 3 years is like, we're not moving the needle. Nothing's happening with you being here, and in order to keep you, I gotta pay you what, 50, 60, keep you on the contract for that long.
Now I agree. I can agree, right? In today's NBA, and I'm a Trae Young supporter.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think Trae Young right now, if he came to me and said he wanted an extension and it was going to average 50 million, I would tell him no. I value Trae Young as a Trae Young supporter right now. for the Atlanta Hawks, I wouldn't have a problem extending him at 40 per, but would I do 50 or whatever max money for Trae Young? And I'm a Trae Young supporter. I can't do it because go ahead, my bad.
It's not even worth. Like, to me, it's better. It'd be better to move on from Trae. I mean, if you listen to any other podcast, any other person talking about Trae Young, no team wants, like, he's not even, nobody wants Trae Young. Like, nobody wants, everyone's talking about, we'll take on his contract just because, you know, but you got to give me a first round pick. Like, if I got to give you a first round pick to get off of an all-star NBA player
because of the money.
But it's what I'm saying to you is Damon is like,
they don't know if he gonna opt in.
Damon, I'm gonna say this.
He go opt
this
in.
Is the last thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna let somebody else go. Last thing I'm gonna say before I'm gonna let somebody else go. Brian Scalabrine. Y'all saw the whole time when people called him a bum, but then he went and played those college players and bust their ass.
Mm-hmm.
If you're featured as an NBA player and you have the green light, you're going to look good. There is nothing outside of 2021 Trae Young that tells you that Trae Young is actually a good player. If I give you the green light and you can shoot as many shots as you want, you can play how you want to play. Look at Michael Porter Jr. He was just a role player in Denver. Now he's the man, like him in Brooklyn, because he has the green light in Brooklyn, is giving buckets.
Porter Jr. Porter Jr. was the number one prospect until his back.
No, I agree, but I'm saying, how did he look in Denver compared to how he looks now?
Well, you got to add context. When Porter Jr. gets drafted, Jokic is already established. So whoever was going to Denver, you just gonna be a wingman role player, however you want to say it. The thing with Trae Young with me is this. I tell people this all the time. I don't need Trae Young to be my best player. I don't need Trae Young to be my first option. What I do what I do want from Trae Young is the playmaking and the passing and the vision. That's what I want. I want his clutch shooting in the fourth quarter. I'm not saying Trae Young is this superstar max player, give him all this money. I'm saying what the players with the players we have now, I believe Trae Young fits, and it gets better if you add a legit rim protector on the defensive side, right? And we do more of a pick and roll style offense. We keep
Tony Parker.
You keep shooting these threes. Vic is hot. Trae never been like some elite 3-point shooter. Who else? Dyson can't shoot threes. Just got hot from 3 this year. Well, I'll say second half of last year to now. So,
but Demondo,
I look at Trae Young as a piece, right?
But you're at 33% of the cap. You're more than a piece.
That your top teams have at a minimum 2 all-star caliber players on that roster.
Yes,
you're saying he's not even
some teams have 2 or 3 all NBA players on their roster. And I believe with Trae Young, I think you could win with Trae, but Trae isn't your best player. He's my ball handler. He's my guy getting people. I'm looking at Zach, Jalen. I'm looking at Okongwu. I'm looking at these other people to score the ball. And I'm gonna flip it real quick, more. Boom, boom, boom. Just like he was a Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels gives me 0 on offense, but what do people say? Oh, but look at the other stuff he does. He gets the rebound. He gets the assist. Well, I don't even count the assist because they just lucky because he just pick up his dribble and throw it to whoever open. He don't really make nothing happen. But let me say this real quick, Tank. Then I'll swing to you. So with Trae Young, will I extend?
Let me get after you, Tank.
Would I give him $50 million per? No, I'm not saying he worth all this money. For some reason, people keep bringing up the money. I never said Trae Young was a max guy. What I did say was this: at the beginning of the season, if Trae Young wants to get the money that he think he is worth, he got to do what? Win games. I said at the beginning of the season, he got to win. If he win games, everything falls into place. What I'm seeing is the Hawks not winning. You got injuries from Trae. We don't know if Porzingis playing today, tomorrow. We don't know, right? You got an undersized big, right? When are we gonna be able to come in here and say, you know what, we lost the game because the talent just not there? It's never just a tap. It's usually, well, he's too short. He can't dribble. He can't shoot. We never had a team with the talent to compete and win. And now what we're about to do is you're gonna trade Trae. You're gonna play hard, get better. When are we going to get better? Because next year you're gonna have to play hard, get better. If that pick a top 3 pick, top 5 pick, you playing hard and getting better so that player can develop.
That's what I think it's easier to replace Trae Young.
Hold on, go ahead more, and then we'll go to Tank.
I don't, and that's my thing. I think they've learned from that. Yeah, I think they've learned from that. I don't think they're going to just trade Trae, get value, and then just move on, just move and let this team play the way they are. I would be willing to bet on it that they're going to go get in probably an all NBA player or a all-star caliber player to pair with Trae Young before the end, at the deadline or before this deadline's over. They're going to go get somebody. That's what I would argue, but that's all I have.
You said you are all-star level, all NBA player. Is that what you said?
Like maybe an all-star, all-star. I'll say an all-star player, elite player.
All right, let me ask you this real quick before we go to Tank. If you could, I don't think it's gonna happen, but if you could get an all-star or all NBA level player, what are you looking for? A certain position? Because I know necessarily you don't have to replace Trae. You know what I mean? Like you probably want to replace some of the production, but you don't really have to say, "Oh, I'm looking for an elite level point guard." You know what I'm saying? So, what position would you prefer that all level?
I'm looking for a veteran guard that know how to run an offense.
Okay, what's good, Tank?
What's good, bro? Demar, did you say are you just not coming to this conclusion that you can't win with Trae as your number one option, as your best player? Or
no, I've been said that.
You've been said that. I ain't never.
That's because you're not on Twitter and you don't be in. You on Twitter?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
Send me your Twitter and I'll add you to the groups we in. I be talking shit all day, bro.
Oh, okay.
But I've always said that. I've always said Trae Young doesn't have to be your first option. You don't remember? I said it up here. I said, look at him as a championship piece. You ain't never heard me say that up here?
I was saying that he is not a superstar, but people was like, "Oh, we have a superstar in Trae Young."
Oh, well, that's subjective. That's just subjective, bro. It don't matter.
But what I'm saying is, he cannot be your first option, and you expect to win a championship at him as your best.
I agree. I ain't disagreeing with that.
Okay, but
I just said that, Tank.
No, but I ain't never heard you say that before. That's why I brought it up.
I said that all the time, man.
Okay.
I said that all the time.
Okay, but my thoughts is Trae Young.
My question for you, Tank, is this: what direction should the Hawks move in when they move off of Trae?
I'm not going.
Are you thinking they need to trade him for a guy to help us win, or are you saying trade him for cap space, draft picks, and play hard, get better for the next 2 years?
Yeah, trade for cap space, draft picks, play hard, get better. I think that's the route you should go, because this team is still young. Like, it's not like this team is not like a championship ready team that you need some type of player to come in and he's gonna make us, better. This team is not it. This team needs a whole overall change, bro.
So you saying if they traded Trae Young for some reason and end up pulling a trade and getting Giannis can't come here by himself and make this team better?
Nah. As a championship, you want a championship?
Yeah.
No.
So what you're telling me right now is the players that I have on this team right now.
So who you gonna trade for?
Hold on. playoffs. So you telling me the players on this team right now are not good enough to win and compete? Even if I traded Trae Young for Giannis straight up, you just told me there's no guy that could come in here and raise the level of this team. So if I get Giannis to come in here, if for some odd reason I traded Trae Young for Giannis straight up, Giannis couldn't elevate these dudes.
Nah, not to a championship level.
So why is it all on Trae Young? So
he is tripping.
Do you agree?
A championship level team?
Hold on, let me say something. Do you agree?
Yeah, they might make a
question for you, Tank. It's a question for you. Do you agree? Since you already said that the player is no good for a championship. This not a championship team. So do you agree that others should be moved also? I know Jay said everyone not named Jalen Johnson should be gone. Oh, excuse me.
Not gone. They should be evaluated. They should be on the table.
Look,
do you agree with that, Tank?
Nah, I don't. I disagree with that.
Well, you just said the player's not good, even if Giannis can't.
No. I'm saying though, like Jalen should not be like untouchable.
You're crazy.
You think everybody should
be?
Everybody.
Tank, where are you gonna get the production that Jalen gives you for $30 million?
Get rid of everybody, bro.
But you're not gonna find an All NBA level player for $30 million. That's why Jalen is untouchable.
But I'm saying you might have to go into a full rebuild though, like.
No,
you want a full rebuild. You
might have to though.
No,
that's an option though.
You want to hey, so you tell me right now you want to start over with. You want to start over with the New Orleans pick?
Yes. If that pick becomes like a top 3, if we get number 1, you have to change the whole thing. You have to clean slate.
Bro, do you realize how hard it is to find some of the players that you already have on this roster?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
If you trade Jalen Johnson,
you want to do it again.
If you trade Jalen Johnson, you can get more though. His value so high right now. You can swing high with Jalen Johnson right now.
And get what?
You can get what you mean? You might get like
what are you supposed to get?
Hey, you'll get a Desmond Bain deal.
It's an option.
Desmond Bain.
I mean, you could. That's an option, but I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that either.
I wouldn't do it.
Nah,
I would tell you it's easier to replace Trae Young.
But that's how
I'm trying to tell y'all, it's much easier to replace what Trae Young does on the basketball court.
No, it ain't much easier because
it is because like if you were to ask NBA GMs around the league right now, I'm telling you, if you were to ask NBA GMs around the league, right? No, but if you gave them an option between Trae Young at 45 and 50 million or Ryan Rollins at 4, hell, even Ryan Rollins at 25, they would take Ryan Rollins.
Who in the world is that?
Are you in the garage?
Gonna give you 20 and 13 on the
Jay must be in the garage. That's why.
Who is that?
No, Ryan Rollins averages 18 and 6.
I said
Ryan Rollins.
Ryan Rollins in Milwaukee. Y'all not familiar with his game, man. I'm trying to tell you, he has more value right now in the NBA than Trae Young.
Hey, what's good? Hold up, man. Let me holler my boy Incog in the building, man. What's good, my boy?
Man, what's going on? Man, what's up with it?
Look like that Trae Young era gonna be ended, my boy.
I mean, hey, all good things must come to an end, but hey, it's all about new beginnings. If it happens, it happens. Go Hawks. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but hey,
I will still be here.
Yeah, we still gonna be here. I mean, hey, we were here. We were here when DeMond was crying about Schroeder leaving. So hey, we still gonna be here.
Hey man, hey.
DeMond, you cried about Dennis Schroeder leaving, getting traded.
Man, listen, bro.
Man, listen, bro.
I didn't cry.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I can't believe that.
Jay, I'm gonna tell you why. Because Incog knows, I know Mike knows. I was never a Trae Young fan, bro. I never wanted Trae Young. I never wanted him here. So when they was drafting Trae Young and Dennis asked to leave, I was upset because I didn't want Trae Young. That's why.
So you say you want Luka though, right?
Yeah, I wanted Luka. Now I used to have on my old Facebook page. I think I streamed it into New Pack City.
I do think Luka and Dennis.
Yeah, I streamed it in New Pack City, man. I had a whole video. I went live, man. I was so angry we traded Luka for Trae. I got a whole video up, man.
I ain't never seen that shit.
Yeah, but if you go back on this channel, you go back, you'll see. I still left it up here. I apologize to Trae Young. I used to drag Trae Young, bro. I used to call him Ash Trae. I used to call him all type of stuff, bro. So I got a video where I apologized to him because I was like Trae Young, #1 hater, dog. I used to hate that dude. Like his dad got me blocked, all that stuff.
Hey, you think the Hawks retired his jersey number?
What?
Yeah.
You think they retired his number?
I think he gets his number retired.
Yeah, I believe so.
I don't see why not.
He's gonna be a Hall of Famer, bro. Like, I mean, Trey's a good
bro.
player, bro. He's not a bad player.
Bro, the fact that he got us, the fact that Trae got us on a Christmas Day game, bro.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
Amazing, bro.
It's not personal. It's just a bit. It's just good process to move on, man.
Christmas Day game is crazy.
Finish the thought, man. What's good, my boy? And call me back at you. Then we go to Marion.
Oh,
my bad, bro.
But it's like this. I heard y'all talking or whatever. I mean, look, you have to move on at some point, and I think this may be a good point to move on because you can't pay him all that money, and your team isn't doing that good. So what choice do you have? You have to improve your team, and you have to keep the team moving. So if he wants to move on, I mean, hey, it is what it is. I mean, if he wants to move on, I mean, at least get something for him. Don't let him leave, just like we did in the past with Horford. I mean, the list goes on. Josh Smith, the list goes on.
Millsap, you didn't get enough for him.
Yeah, the list goes on of players who we got too emotionally attached to that we let leave. You know, let's at least get something for them, and let's try and rebuild. And don't be all, you know, up in arms about rebuilding. You know, rebuilding is a part of the game. Let's rebuild, let's retool, let's try to get what we can, and go Hawks. Keep it moving. It's a business.
I agree with that. I agree.
Go Hawks. What's good, Marion?
Hey, I was listening to. I was having my lunch, and I turned on and saw you on. And I heard you talking about to play harder and get better. So let me put this in your mind for a second. Since it is play harder, get better. Since we got the picks coming next for the next draft, why not do this? Once the lottery is known, once the teams are set in their lottery spaces, regardless of what we get, why don't you just flip JJ for one of those picks, another lottery pick? A top 5 lottery pick, because it don't make any sense to keep JJ here under a $30 million contract. This next year is going to be year 2 for JJ. It doesn't make sense to keep him here under play harder, get better.
Swipe
if we're gonna just waste these years for JJ. So instead of putting JJ through play hard to get better, get a second blue chipper from the lottery. And then we can play hard to get better, Oklahoma City style with blue chippers, and you can keep Dyson if you like, but we can play hard to get better with blue chippers, and they can grow together so that you'll have the same.
Let me ask you this, Marion. Let me ask you this.
I agree.
Marion, let me ask you this.
I agree.
Let me ask you this. Say I did entertain that.
Okay.
Give me a player. In the top 5 of the draft, right? I'm sure everybody just seen, you know, your top 5, your Peterson, Boozer, the boy from Carolina,
AJ DeBronson.
AJ. Are any of those players? Do any of those players have a higher upside than Jalen Johnson?
AJ for sure. But I believe though. It's not necessarily about the higher upside, because JJ is what he is right now. It's about the fact that you'll have the ability to do team building that makes sense. Because even with JJ being what he is right now, we all know that he don't play good defense. So you can kind of clear that up by getting the exact players that you want, and they can be two-way players because this draft is filled with them.
But he's only 23.
He's
only 23, but
24. My bad. He only 24.
Okay, so if it's about contract and money,
but that's how you get assets. You got to flip it.
If it's about contract and money, next year is going to be his second year. The year after that is going to be his third year, and we're going to have to start making a decision on what we're going to do with JJ.
Why?
By then, he's going to be sitting in the Trae Young seat.
Why do you think that he's on a 5-year, $30 million
deal? I see what you're saying, Mary.
This is he has 4 more seasons.
I'm running it through my head, right? I'm running it through my head. If you play hard, Marion, I'm running through my head. If you play hard, get better this second half of the season. You draft a top dude. Say the pick is top 3, to where basically we have to play this guy a lot of minutes, right?
Sure.
That means now you got to play hard, get better next year, so the young dude can develop, right? So that means that'll put us in Jalen Johnson. That'll be year 3 of the contract.
Guys, look, guys, that is not going to work when you don't have veteran leadership. And the reason why Trey has failed is because we never had veteran leadership from the beginning. We keep on having young guys that don't know what they're doing, and they're just playing run and gun basketball. I've been coaching football and basketball since 2009.
So you blaming the coach?
And when you are trying to start your program from the beginning, or whatever game plan, it's going to fail, especially if we continue to have this coach.
You're right.
Because this coach really doesn't know his modern game, the pieces that we keep on saying he does or doesn't have, it ain't working. He's not a good enough coach.
Exactly.
You know who's working? Ime. You know who's working? The guy that's in Boston. Like working with younger. Boston's older, but
they got better players.
But Trinity,
Trinity's right.
But do those teams have better players than we?
Trinity's right.
Yes, they do.
I didn't get to my point, y'all.
Bro, the reason why Trae Young failed in Atlanta is because he's a flawed player.
Go ahead, Trinity. Get to your point. Go ahead, my boy.
So what I'm saying is we got 2 options. This is my game plan. Is that if you wanted to stick with Trey, what I was trying to say before is his maximum ability on a winning championship team is Tony Parker. Tony Parker was never a great player. Tony Parker was, not great player. He was never a great shooter, a great defender, but he knew his key role. And what I'm saying is that Trae Young's best attribute is facilitating that basketball. He has a great, brilliant mind for that. And he can get a better shooter, but if he becomes efficient. If we're not going to put the pieces and we're going to trade Trey, then we need to get somebody that's going to be a great facilitator, because the players that we have on this roster are not. Yes, Jalen is our primary ball handler, but he's not a great facilitator. That's not his best attribute. We have to get the pieces and players to fit a team. If we're going to go all in on this team, there's one player in the whole of NBA who I would trade for, which fits marketing, which he's a great basketball player, and that's a franchise player, and that's Ant-Man. And guess where he's from? He's from Atlanta. That automatically gets your money. That's a player that you rebuild around. I'm sorry for yelling, but there's a plan that we could do. Ant-Man can fit along Jalen or Trey. Whoever we decide that is going. Hold on. Let me finish.
How you gonna get Ant-Man though?
How you gonna get him?
Guess what? If whoever you are going to decide that you are going to be with, Ant-Man can fit along Jalen Johnson or Trey. So that means that either player needs to be traded. So that means that you package him. Let's just get rid of Trey.
You're not
trade that first. Let me finish.
I mean, you cooking, but
you're not making no sense.
That we're getting.
You live in a 2K world, bro.
You can't.
But it's not 2K, bro.
Let me
go ahead, finish. Go finish.
Trade our top 5 guaranteed pick. That's what we're assuming.
Bro, they're not giving them Ant-Man. I wouldn't even give an Ant-Man.
Hold on,
bro. Like you're not making no sense.
Trade Trey. You trade that. You trade our number 1 pick. We got hell of a seconds. Well, you have to figure out. Look. You have to figure out whether it's get another team involved. If you can possibly, again, if there's one person that I will blow up the team for, is that Ant-Man. If you can't trade for Ant-Man, guess what you got to do? If you're gonna get rid of Trey, that means that in this draft, don't get an AJ DeBanza because that's Jalen Johnson.
No, you're not.
So that means that we're gonna have,
bro.
But
You
no.
might
Are they
get-
both
Hey,
not?
listen,
They not. And they both play the same.
Let me hit this.
I
Watch
gotta
how
say
they
this.
play.
I gotta say this.
So
Man. I gotta
you
say
have
this.
to get a guard.
Hold
You
on,
have to get a guard. You can't come on
hold
getting big
Right.
things.
I gotta say
Go
this
ahead.
real quick, man. I gotta say this real quick because it's funny. It's funny. Listen, I know. I know what we could do, guys. This is what we finna do. We're gonna get Trey, Dyson Daniels, Porzingis, Luke Kennard, and we're gonna trade for Michael Jordan.
Oh my!
A time machine, Demond. A time machine to go get the prime Michael Jordan from the 90s.
Hey, Trinity.
Ant-Man is not
Once
available.
Luka got traded, anybody's tradable, y'all.
Listen, bro.
Once
The
Luka got
only
traded,
way
anybody's
Ant-Man,
tradable.
bro, the only way Ant-Man leave Minnesota
Would
is
you
if
trade
he
Ant-Man?
asked to leave, and he's not gonna do that.
He
'cause
not
he
gonna do
wins
that.
ring
If
And they
you
win.
were a
Bro, the
GM,
team is not this far away from winning, bro.
Y'all
It's
didn't
not.
listen to me. I said if there's only one player, y'all didn't listen to me. I didn't say that's a realistic. I said if there's one player to blow up a franchise, that's the one guy in the NBA that I'm gonna go all in for.
But
So what you
But
willing to give
what
up?
I'm saying is,
What you willing to
that
give
was
up?
the first plan. The second option that's more realistic that I was trying to get to is that whoever these top three or top five players, a lot of them are forwards, which we have an abundance for. That means they're redundant. So that means that you are going to push our current players on this roster. And again, there's no veteran leadership. Do you know why the like the young guys that are cooking right now that play for Philly or who's the other one? The white boy with Dallas? There's a lot of veteran leadership, veteran players that are teaching the young boy how to play basketball. He got Klay Thompson. He got Anthony Davis. He got Kyrie. The Hawks don't. Trae Young is one of the oldest players on his roster, and he never got the right tutelage.
Bro, that's
literally.
Hey, Trey.
So what I'm saying is that Jalen Johnson don't
That
got
is
the
a
right.
lie. You just lied.
No.
When Trey got drafted, they his first season. Go look at their roster. It was nothing but veterans on the team.
Nuh-uh. It was a second. It was a second.
No, it was
That
the
was
first
the second.
season. The
That
first
was
season is
the
where you had
second.
Jeremy Lin and Kent Bazemore was here. The second year is where you brought in. You let all those dudes go.
Second year it was
He got rid of him after one season.
No, the second season is where you bought
Solomon
in. You
Hill.
bought in Hunter and Reddish, and you got
No.
Transition.
Solomon Hill
He had
They're
Vince Carter.
young.
Vince Carter
Gallo.
was there. Vince Carter.
and Capella.
Guys,
Hey.
you
had
can't
vets,
teach your
man.
young
He had vets.
franchise player one
gang,
year.
listen to me.
I'm sorry, my bad.
You good. I gotta end the show, man, because your boy. I got to go back to work. I can't believe I said who. That's that army in me. But we're gonna be back tonight for the 8:00 show, man. I just hopped up here because I just wanted to get some stuff off my chest real quick. And
top fives.
salute to everybody who in. We'll be back up here tonight, man. 8:00 show. Still talking Trey. Maybe it's some more news by then. So make sure y'all tap in with us, man. Salute to everybody who tapped in with us on this afternoon little drive thing. I just tested out, but salute Mora, Darian, Tank, Jay, Trinity, Marion, DJ, everybody in the chat. We'll catch y'all tonight, man. We'll be here tonight, 8:00 show, man. Y'all come tap in and we'll finish this discussion, man. All right, man. I appreciate y'all. Peace.
I keep that shit on me. That shit on, yeah. I keep that shit on. Yeah. The telephone racks for the drip on me. Keep that shit on. Blowing on the Zion, sipping lean. I keep that shit on. Bad bitches recognize me. I keep the shit on, yeah. I keep that shit on.